Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling blessed and high vibrational. Now in this video, we'll be connecting with Mother Gaia and we'll be bringing forward messages for our highest good, for her highest good, for all who inhabit this planet. Now, we'll just be having a look at the energy of March and see what messages Gaia has to bring forward. Now, there is an energy of like a trickster energy being presented in the cards. This card has came out. But the message that I was feeling was that there's a need for us to be wary of those, basically what was coming was those who act godly but have no God. It's this energy of this person is somebody that is like a self-proclaimed God or even a false prophet, but they have no God. If you see like this eye is blank, there's no eye within this eyeball. And that eye represents like a higher power, a higher force, a higher source that one would be connecting to or one would be being guided by, and it was just 111 on the clock. But energy is making me aware, Gaia is making me aware that you need to be wary of those who claim to be God with no God, or claim to be godly with no God. It's about integrity. It's like these people have no integrity. False prophets have no integrity. Because I'm getting there's an element of them that knows themselves to be false. It's like we know when we are acting within our truth or when we are being authentic. These individuals know that they are not being authentic, or know that they are without God, or know that they are not as connected as they claim to be. Okay, so with this card, okay, sorry, this card says the scribe as well, kind of clarifying what I was saying really about false prophets. But anyway, sorry, this card, I'm being brought to like a false prophet again. A trickster energy. Look at that mischievous face. Gaia, what are you saying? She's saying words can be very misleading. People can seem that they are trying to bring you into alignment, but their intention is to pull you out, and sometimes intention is enough to have something manifest or to have something come to fruition. And this, sorry, the message is coming back for this card. It's be wary who you listen to. Be wary whose knowledge you are listening to. Be wary whose knowledge is feeding your soul, or whose words are feeding your soul, or whose energy is feeding your soul. For some reason I'm hearing not all beings of light carry a vibration of light. Some beings of light carry a vibration of darkness, or carry a vibration of transformation or transmutation. I'm being brought to the light within the dark. You can see like the soil is representing the darkness, the seed going into darkness to grow. And if you can see all the lights, the green lights around it, the light within the dark. Okay, So I'm getting that the duality in people is going to be noticed a lot more. That the possibility of people, that good people can be bad and bad people can be good, and equally we can all embody both good and bad, and light and dark, and we can use it to work in harmony with us. Now this integrity card, okay, I'm getting Eve and the apple, but I'm also getting, it's going back to, this message came out again with a different card with this golden apple. But this time Eve is biting she's biting the apple, but it's not like a red apple or the same apple from the Bible where the snake came down and enticed her to bite the apple. This time this apple is like gold and it represents consciousness or new beginnings. Okay, now that makes sense because literally with this I was just getting Goldilocks, but I was seeing the children's book with the Goldilocks and the three bears, and obviously this individual has blonde hair, but this card came out previously with this bowl, and as I saw Goldilocks my eyes went straight to this card. And I was getting like the message of something about being full. Okay. I'm getting we know where we don't want to go. It's like collectively, we've experienced so much darkness in the last, I want to say like, I don't know, I'm just getting 10, so maybe 10 years. Or I don't know, but something to do 10. But over the last 10 whatever, we've experienced enough darkness collectively to know what we don't want, to know what realities we don't want to live, or to know what timelines we don't want to live out anymore. And it's like we're full of darkness, not darkness, but we're full. Our eye is full of enough darkness for us to know that we don't want it, if that makes sense. Yes, and we have like the card of pressure coming out. We've experienced enough darkness, we're ready to let go, we're ready to stop holding on to negative timelines, we're ready to release these timelines. But there's a lot of trickster energy around at the moment because we have came to a place where we are realising what we don't want. And this emphasis on realising what we don't want is coming out because God's making me aware is that whilst we don't know what we don't want, we don't necessarily know what we do want. Yes, we know we want love, or we know we want unity, or we know we want peace and tranquility and equality for all, but we don't know what we want in terms of how that looks, in terms of how that feels, in terms of how does that work in terms of education and work and food or animals. How does this unity and love work in terms of including everything and every aspect of the matrix that we currently experience? But we don't know that, but we know exactly what we don't want. We know we don't want darkness, we know we don't want sadness, we know we don't want pain and suffering, we know we don't want to be slaving away at a 9-to-5 job with no kind of benefit or with no kind of freedom, like financial freedom. We know that we're tired of just being paid just enough to get by month to month, you know. We know that we want the children to be able to walk the streets free without without fearing being harmed or being kidnapped or being molested or just anything. We want women to be able to have equal pay and to be able to be free and to be able to have just as much rights as men. And there's just so much that we know what we don't want, you know. We know what we don't want. There still needs to be more focus on what we do want, but right now we know what we don't want basically, and that's good enough for where we are. Gaia is saying like individually we all need to release what we don't want. When we individually release, or when we take things upon ourselves to do them individually, it's like Gaia is saying like it gets added to the collective bank. The child. This is just bringing me back to inner healing, really. Gaia is just bringing us back to inner healing. And she's saying that when you heal yourself, you heal animals, you heal just nature itself as you heal yourself, because you are a representation of nature. Now this is a weird message, but I don't know if it will resonate, but the message that is coming through is that each of us are connected to not just human beings. Like, it's showing me that our ancestors are not just human beings, our ancestors are also animals, and are also parts of nature and elements of nature that we've expressed, or we've been a part of their expression, or we have been in another life. That's coming from this card with this bird and this child's connection. It's that as you heal yourself, you also heal the animals that you was in past lives, or I don't know, I'm seeing like trees and plants, or I don't know, I'm just getting different parts of like nature. I'm even seeing like water, desire. This is like, for me, a card of shadow and finding the light within the dark, as we already said at the beginning of the read. Okay, and if you look at this, it's like you had the plants, you have different animals, you have just an eye representing just energy, different elements of nature. And we're using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, sorry. I'm hearing we're watching. Gaia is saying we are watching, but she's also saying they are watching. And about the angelic and celestials. Okay, she's saying they are watching us co-create, but they're also watching Gaia herself. She is our mother. They are watching how she interacts with us, how she like makes her presence known for us. For some reason, I'm getting Gaia's under examination. For some reason, I'm getting like she still has a role to play, a role to fulfill. So she's like, I'm getting like, she's the head, obviously, of Earth, but there's still, I don't know, like, I want to say like beings or energy that is higher than her, or that oversees her, or that assists her in her journey to assist us, if that makes sense. Now, don't get me wrong, we have freedom and we have free will to do exactly whatever we want, but she still has a role to play in terms of just our life force. She's very much so connected to our life force energy. You know, without her, we can't breathe, we can't eat, we can't live, really. And this is coming through with this card, so let me just explain. This is her, this is Gaia, and these strings attached to these elements is her working with nature, her working with us. This golden eye is the higher forces of this high energetic force that watches down upon her. For some reason, I'm getting if you was in a certain part of space, or if you was in a certain dimension, you'd be able to see Gaia's rainbow body. She's bringing me back to the fact that I think it may have been February's. I think it may have been January's connection with Gaia, referring to the rainbow body activations and light body activations. She's saying, like, it's not just you guys on Earth that was having the activations. She was herself having like a rainbow body activation, or well, yes, because we again are a reflection of one another. As we ascend, she ascends. So when we was having our shifts and our rainbow body activations that which are still going on throughout the year and will continue to go on for many years for everybody at different rates. She's going through hers, and she's saying that if we was in a certain dimension, or if we was in a certain part of space, that we would be able to see like her rainbow body around her. She's like, it's just like the moons, really. Journey and the youth. She's saying, where are you going? Where are you heading? And now she's saying, like, where are the stars taking you? Where are the stars leading you? Like, there's this huge need for us to really pay attention and focus, not focus on the stars, but kind of open ourselves up to receive downloads or guidance from the stars. I just feel that there is way more knowledge that we could be receiving from the stars, maybe just by stargazing or just following the path of the stars, or shooting stars or something. But for the longest time, I've just always felt this message that the answer's in the stars. The answers are in the stars. Maybe there's a need for me to kind of do more like studying on astrology. There's truth within the stars. The other day when I pulled this card, I saw this individual literally cough up, and it was like they was coughing up the truth. There are truths within the stars, if you can see the stars behind her. Truth within the stars that we can find, that are waiting to be expressed, that whoever expresses them will be seen in a very unique light. It's almost like the knowledge that can come from the stars is so powerful that whoever expresses it is seen within that power. But we have faith that I'm just getting definitely the knowledge is in the stars. The knowledge is in the sky. There's answers in the sky. It's funny because basically, okay, the light within the darkness, I understand this message from the beginning of the read. Because now being brought to water, and the read that I was doing like the other day, that the answer is also in the water, in the sea. But it's not just in the sea, it's talking about the depths. The further you go, the more you uncover. It's like there's more realms or dimensions the further down you go. There's more realms and dimensions the higher up you go. The more into darkness you go, is the more wisdom you find, the more truth you find, the more light you find, the deeper you go. For some reason I'm getting with this trickster energy, it's that it's a lack of faith as well. They don't necessarily have faith that mankind can handle certain knowledge, or that we can kind of, I don't know, it's like we can't survive. We're not capable. Certain beings don't feel that we're capable. So they hold us down, or it's like they cloud our vision or stop us from being able to perceive. Now I'm getting like fluoride in water and stuff, but that's a part of it. That's a part of that trickster energy. Okay, it makes sense with the block, there's no eye in this, fluoride, blocking our third eye, blocking our clear sight. So what is this message, guy? What is the overriding message? She's saying remain humble. Remain true to yourself when all is pulling you in a direction further from yourself. remaining humble will help you remain true to yourself. And when you remain true to yourself, when knowledge and guidance comes in, it comes in as true to you, instead of coming in being matched to your inauthentic vibration. There's something about when you hold a vibration of truth, the things that you perceive truth. If you hold a vibration of, I want to say like inauthenticity or not being authentic, the guidance or the downloads that come in, it's not that they're not true, you just don't perceive them in the most authentic way or in the most authentic light. It's like we're coming to times when people are becoming way more in tune with themselves, but as we are becoming more in tune, darkness is also becoming more, I want to say, mischievous. It's like they can never, the progress can never be stopped. Again, some darkness is just fulfilling a role, but there are also people or entities or energies on both sides of the scale, on light and dark, light and shadow, that have their own agendas, basically 2121, that have their own kind of, I want to say, belief systems or ways of being that they feel would be better for everybody, which is not necessarily always true, you know? It's that I'm getting free will is very strong, and free will can cause, free will can also be negative when it becomes somebody's overriding energy. It's like it's like you can't have too much freedom, but when you give somebody too much freedom, they are too free. Like they can never rein themselves in, or they can never center themselves. I hope that makes sense. It's like you give somebody too much free will, they feel that they can, it's like they use their free will and project their own free will onto everybody else. If that makes sense, because they know that they have the power to create anything or to manifest anything, or it's just a matter of putting their free will to work. I'm going to leave that message there because I feel like I'm trying to over-explain it, but yeah. Let's move to the oracles of the 7 energies. Let's see what we have coming from Mother Gaia. Roots of abundance. This is going back to being humble, staying grounded, receiving light codes, receiving truth, receiving knowledge. I'm getting a part of staying grounded is remaining the same. But the reason why they're saying this is because people think that remaining the same means to not grow, means to not transform, means to not ascend or to blossom. Gaia is saying like being rooted in yourself, being rooted in who you are, enables change, enables growth, because you are able to understand that you are, yes, who you are in this moment, but you are also your growth, so you are also like your future experiences, things that you have not yet experienced, that is what you are. But being rooted in who you are enables you to kind of, I want to say, basically like just stay who you are. I can't explain it. I don't know why the messages are not allowing me to express them clearly, but it's that you are able to remain yourself. Basically, it's basically what Gaia is saying is that when people don't know themselves, they can't expand. When there's nothing for them to grip onto, and when there isn't a foundation of who I am or who you are, you can't add to that because there's nothing there for you to add to, you know? So she's saying that being grounded and being rooted in who you are and having a fixed knowing of who you are enables for growth, enables for expansion, because you're then able to add to who you are and to who you know yourself to be. Sacred reverence. Now this card keeps coming out, and really it's about us healing our heart space, which is obviously what we've been speaking about a lot in quite a few reads, about the healing of our heart space, also our throat chakra. But right now this card's talking about our heart space, that we need to realize that we have so much power within our hands, that we have most definitely the power to be able to heal ourselves, especially our heart center. That's the reason I'm being brought to. Our body is a circuit, and we can activate circuits of healing with different portals of energy. It's like a key lies within our hands, and there's a circuit with our hands and our heart or something. But there's also a need at the moment to be looking back at our darkness and the things that people have done to us in the past, and asking ourselves, how can we heal from this, or how can I use this to help me heal, or what can I learn from this? But there's also an element of we need to look back at Earth, and maybe this is like doing research into Earth's history, looking back at lifetimes on Earth or civilizations on Earth, and again it's going back to realizing or questioning what we want and what we don't want. What timelines would we like to experience again? What timelines would we like to release and not experience again? What timelines would be beneficial to experience again? Would there be any darkness that we as a collective may need to experience, and why would we need to experience it? It's not just about wanting just all the good times and the lessons from the good times. Again, the darkness is kind of what we can transform from the most. So, I think we're going to pull one card from this deck, and we're going to close our eyes and bring forward a message from Mother Gaia. I'm so sorry, but I just heard like the trickster energy is your mother. Like, look out for everybody. Just because somebody's your mother doesn't mean they can't have negative intentions towards you, or they can't be jealous or whatever, or they can't be misleading. And then even guys mentioned the mother, she's just again saying to look out for everybody who may try to mislead you. And not everybody has like the intention to mislead. Some people just act unconsciously. Okay, this card just came out, and I put it back in the deck, and we have it coming out again. The Oracle's Gift. Cleansing from the inside. A need to be cleansing from the inside. She's saying that the best protection is cleansing. Cleansing your physical body is amazing for protecting against energetic energies. She's saying yes, sage and those things are great in terms of like cleansing negative energies, but cleansing your physical body is like a preventative measure. Sage is cleanses energies that are present, whereas cleansing your physical body, it repels negative energy, stops negative energies from being able to be absorbed. It's something like attracts like. When you cleanse your body, you increase your vibration, so these negative, lower vibration energies can't affect your vibration. But that's what I'm getting from this. The Oracle's gift, cleansing from within to protect our vibration. Okay. We're going to close our eyes and bring forward a message from Mother Gaia. I've been waiting for this day, for your dreams, for you to notice me in your dreams, for you to hear me in your dreams, for you to hear my echoes in your dreams. You must be aware and made aware that when you are dreaming, I am within every part of that dream. Whenever you are dreaming, and you are dreaming of any kind of reality on earth, you are dreaming me. My essence is within that dream, my essence is within you. When you're dreaming of birds, you are dreaming of walking outside and you're in the fresh air. When you dream of the sun, when you dream of your bedroom, when you dream of food, plants, animals, the sea, fire. When you dream of anything, you dream me, and I am present with you. And I talk, I speak, I express with you, I show you things. I am very much so a part of your dreams. You are just as much a part of your dreams. We co-create with your dreams and many other energies. But I am very much so integral to your dreams. The planet you live upon is very much so integral to your experiences whilst you're awake and whilst you're dreaming. Because I am a part and very much so connected to your life force energy. You live through me, you are a part of me. Human bodies are a part of earth. When you die, your body goes back to the earth. You are a vessel of earth. Your body is a vessel of earth. The trees are a vessel of earth. The ocean is a vessel of earth. Vessels for spirits or souls or whatever you want to call it to come and experience physicality, to experience the ability to express or to experience a certain level of consciousness. Right now vibrations are very strong, thoughts are very strong, our thoughts are very strong, your thoughts are very strong, your manifestations are becoming stronger. There is still work to be done when it comes to manifestation and the power of manifestation and understanding how manifestation works on earth. People think that manifestation should be something that is instant, and once it's mastered that somebody should be able to manifest something just with a thought in just a moment, but that is not the case. Everything also happens in divine order, and nothing is manifested when it is not. Nothing is manifested unless it is meant to be manifested, unless the elements or the energy and everything is in vibrational alignment with that manifestation. I thank thank you. I send my gratitude. Peace and love. Ashe. And thank you for joining me, for being present. Send my love, my gratitude. Send my love to Gaia, to my spirit team. Peace and love. Ashe.